play stupid games. You get everything you asked for. Sometimes a whole lot more. I say some more, some more. It's beginning to feel like I just gave my whole life to you to start over again. Living with blurry eyes is becoming a tunnel that never seems to end. Did you try to fix your mistakes? Or did you just step over me? Well, I subconsciously stuffed this flame completely. I want you to know you broke my heart. And I'll never think of you as a friend. To remember this knife in my vein was the killing me. Oh, was the killing you. Just tell me who was there for you when you had no one else to go to. I want you to know you broke my heart. And I'll never think of you as a friend. To remember this knife in my vein.
KMKY by 333. And before that was The Last Ride. Check them out. You can check them out on SoundCloud. And some of their stuff is also on Spotify. They are the two official themes of our WrestleMania. Now, we had a bit of a mishap. Ring of Honor will take place later tonight instead due to technical difficulties. So we have a special, our earlier SmackDown. Not really that special, but it's a short, compact, but impactful SmackDown tonight, though. It starts off with a big trios match. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels will take on the Usos and their cousin, The Rock, to start off the night tonight. What a way to start. Let's get into it. Will Shawn Michaels and Triple H get along? I don't know, because earlier in the season, Shawn Michaels betrayed Triple H in order to get what he wanted, and that was a match against Stone Cold. So these three are definitely under tumultuous terms, to say the least. Whereas The Rock obviously gets along with his cousins well. Obviously, the match is in favor of that bloodline. Both Triple H and Stone Cold will be at WrestleMania as taking part of the gauntlet match, the 8-man gauntlet match for the Gold Rush. The 2-man power trip looking to get both the briefcases, and obviously both want the World's Championship currently held by Jon Moxley. On the other side of the token, you look at the tumultuous relationship between Triple H and Shawn Michaels after everything they went through, with Stone Cold kind of in the middle of that. On the other side, the Usos haven't had much luck since coming together on SmackDown. Jey Uso started off as SmackDown champion, built up by Zod SmackDown. But since Dan took over the reins, Jey hasn't quite found the same luster that he did before. And they seem to be going back down the same winless rut that they were in before. As Jimmy and Jey were 0-8 or 0-9 or something like that last season before Jey went on a run and became champion. They are doing a little bit better this season, but it's not becoming of one of the greatest tag teams to ever live. Just gonna put that out there now. They're one of the greatest tag teams of all time, and they haven't been that in CWF. And this is now their third different GM they've had. I don't know what else they could do with them. Here comes the United States champion, The Rock. SmackDown just trying to get all their champions involved tonight. Except for MJF, who said he's not competing until WrestleMania, because he refuses to. He'll be forced to defend the World X Championship in a triple threat match. Against Luchasaurus, who won the chamber match, and Dolph Ziggler, who cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase 1 year to the date, pretty much, from when he in game time, from when he won it the first time. The Rock did beat MJF to become United States champion. And since then, The Rock has been tearing it up as the people's champion usually does. Here we go. Trio section. The Bloodline versus Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Do two-man power trip and Michaels. Will it be a three-man power trip? How does that work now? How does that work now with them? But yes, we are starting off with SmackDown this time. We will have Ring of Honor after. There's a big main event on Ring of Honor. Muda, Guerrero, Escobar, and Pentagon come together one more time to take on the boys. And a new fourth partner joining them as they enter WrestleMania. Oh shit, I lost my fucking... What happened there? Shit. My pop filter popped off. Give me 1 second here, sorry. Sorry, my pop filter fucking came right off. It's fine now. It's not all the way in. I'll have to check it later. Let's gotta try to touch the microphone part for a bit. Anyways, Jey Uso. He's been taking a beating in this match in the meantime. He's got Jimmy's got Michaels there. Jay's still hurting there. He's been holding his knee. He may have tweaked it early on in the match, which really hurt the Bloodline. As right now, Jimmy's by himself against all three members of this Hall of Fame team. Samoa drop on Triple H. But there's Stone Cold watching. Headbutting Stone Cold. Jimmy trying to take him all out. Jey gets back up, takes out Michaels, giving Jimmy an opportunity to help his family. But Triple H has Jimmy in the corner, going for the splash, but Jimmy breaks it out of it. Oh, Stone Cold, a shoulder tackle out of nowhere, and Jimmy's 2-on-1 right now by the two-man power trip. And on the other side, the Bloodline on the right side, on the outside. The Rock and Jey Uso working over Michaels. But you have to win in the ring. So it doesn't really help the Bloodline by doing all that work on the outside when they should be helping Jimmy on the inside. Stone Cold and Triple H had a brief run together back in the day, but they were dominant in that brief run before injuries hampered them to continue. But they were carrying a lot of goals on them at the same time. They live up to the name, the two-man power trip. Stone Cold the pin on Jay. They try to come in and help. Almost lost it. Jimmy breaks it up in time. Now it's a one-on-one. Stone Cold and Jimmy as Triple H chases The Rock to the outside. And Michaels goes after Jay. Looks like, no, he's going to go right to the ring. Not even looking at Jay. And Jay gets Michaels with a neck breaker there by Jay into the pin. But broken up by both Triple H and Stone Cold. It continues on. Reverse atomic drop by Triple H on Jay. There's The Rock. The Rock. Belly to belly by The Rock. There's Stone Cold, the old arch nemesis of The Rock. Jimmy avoiding the stunner. Countering by Stone Cold again. Stone Cold, this time, gets it. No one's stopping him. Into the pin. Oh, kick out by Jimmy with a fraction of a second off. But the two-man power trip plus Michaels is starting to really roll. Spear by Jay. But the Bloodline fighting them as much as they can, but Michael saves it immediately. Not a shot with these guys in there. The Rock going in for the weakest sharpshooter in wrestling history on Triple H. But Triple H shows how weak it is by getting at him immediately. Michael's a big forearm smash. Down goes Jimmy. Into the pin. And Jay saves the match.
Let's start off today on the interwebs with something educational. Let's see here. Adam West and Burt Ward became famous in the 60s for their portrayal of Batman and Robin. I do love me some Batman. I love me some Adam West, especially off of Family Guy. On Family Guy, he was the shit. They were also equally infamous in Hollywood for their off-screen debauchery. Debauchery? Now the original Batman series.
Debauchery? Yes, debauchery. Anyways, I'll watch that later. Bulldog by Stone Cold on Jey Uso. But The Rock, staying this for his family, takes up Michaels, goes after Stone Cold. Now goes after Michaels again. It's Michaels and The Rock in the ring. The Rock with a big clothesline on Shawn Michaels. And down he goes. We will hear from Gunther tonight on SmackDown. And just like something to say to Kenny Omega before we go to WrestleMania. He wants to talk to him personally. It is spilled to the outside. Complete breakdown, and the ref can't really contain it. He's just there to count the pinfall at this point. Man. Just the absolute unhinged behavior on the outside is typical for CWF. That matches like this end up on the outside, chaotic as usual, business as usual here at CWF. Triple H throws Jimmy in there for Stone Cold to finish off the job, hopefully here. Snake Eyes on Jimmy. Jimmy is down. Stone Cold is measuring his man. Going to the top. Not a usual spot for Stone Cold. Missing the elbow, and that's why Jimmy just rolls out of the way. But Stone Cold's still over him. Is he going to walk a mud hole? Stop a mud hole, walk him dry. We'll see Tree of Woe instead on Jimmy. Jay stirring on the outside. So is Shawn Michaels. But wisely, they are keeping each other busy out there. But not so smart. Triple H puts The Rock in the ring. But Jimmy rolls out. So it gives Stone Cold something else to do. Powerbomb on The Rock. And The Rock does not even know what's hitting him right now. Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold taking turns of taking out The Rock here. Into the pin by Michaels on The Rock. Kick out. Here comes Jimmy to save his cousin. That is pressed by Stone Cold. Classic Stone Cold. Gutbuster by Michaels. And the three of them are in the ring. The Hall of Famers are all in there. Submission to Jimmy. Jimmy's down. Rock trying to save his cousin. Doesn't work as he gets stunned. Stunned by Stone Cold. Into the pin. But Jimmy will jump on top to save the match. Double A Spinebuster by Triple H on Jay. Uh-oh. Triple H is all by himself against the Bloodline. Jimmy and Jay beating up Triple H now. It's becoming a mugging. Man, they're all just fighting on the outside. It's all just outside chaos right now. Jimmy, worse for wear right now. But he's still holding in there. Still hanging in strong. The Rock also still in there too. Taken up by Michaels though quickly. But Jey Uso has Michaels. Bulldog by Jey Uso on Michaels. Michaels has Jay in the corner. Good strikes by Michaels, and a super kick! Michaels has to go for the pin, but it takes him a donkey's age in this game to do it. Into the pin. And that's all he needed, though. Michaels, Stone Cold, and Triple H get the win. After the Bret Hart versus British Bulldog match, we will hear from Gunther and KO. Or Kenny Omega. That is a different KO entirely. Not the KO you're thinking. Different KO. Gunther and Kenny Omega. But great way to start the night tonight. Then like I said, we'll get into the next match. Bret Hart versus his brother-in-law, the British Bulldog, who's still aligning himself with Owen over Bret. Which, again, causes the family tension to keep growing. And the Bulldog wants a match against Bret tonight. He's getting it. Here we go. KO and Sammy with Bret. Owen and Wade Barrett with the Bulldog. Oh, they are no longer six-man champions. I forgot to take that off them, but they are still... Bret Hart's still technically tag team champion, but he's not the six-man champion with KO and Sammy anymore. And Bret is a tag team champion without a partner, as Owen decided to not go with them on that. So it's a bit of a weird relationship right now. They lost the Trios Championships last week to the BCC. Barrett, Bulldog, and Owen Hart are the actual SmackDown Trios champions. And they do come across as more united here. Look at that. Bulldog right away. Almost caught Bret immediately. How weird would that have been? Bret goes to WrestleMania after losing that quickly to his brother-in-law. Not even Owen. Bulldog just completely keeping up that pressure. Now it's that bear hug, but Bulldog gets out of it. Bulldog and Brett brawling to the outside. Bulldog still has a lot of pressure on Brett. Brett's had some good shots that have affected the Bulldog, but the Bulldog has kept most of the pressure on Brett. Brett turning it back around, though, to the top. Go for the elbow. Hits the chest of the Bulldog into the pin, knowing that back area is a weak point. And he gets him quickly. Brett makes quick work of his brother-in-law and stares daggers at Owen after that. Wow, what a quick one. He took the wind out of British Bulldog, knew exactly where to target. That's why he's the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. He had a plan and executed it the way he knew he could. And now we will hear from Gunther. Gunther sits at a desk in his locker room, his hands folded in front of him. Gives an evil smile as he looks towards the camera staring at us before he begins to speak. This is all before he begins to speak. Now, he starts. At WrestleMania 3, I will finally get my one-on-one shot at the SmackDown Championship. And Kenny, you may be the two-time SmackDown champion this season, but you've had quite a run on SmackDown this season. But at WrestleMania, your run comes to a screeching halt at the hands of the ring general. I will join the elite ranks of professional wrestlers to win a major title at WrestleMania. Bret Hart, Randy Savage, Shawn Michaels, John Cena, and many others have preceded me. There's only one more name to be added to the echelon of that talent. The Ring General, Gunther. Kenny enters with the elite flanking him. All of them, too. Remember, Gunther's alone. Doesn't have the Imperium with him. This week at WrestleMania, I'm going to prove that I am the best SmackDown champion there ever was, Gunther. Gunther, you call yourself the Ring General. Well, I'm going to prove that you don't have what it takes to beat the best in the business today. That is the champion, Kenny Omega. I am the best bout machine. And I've proved that around the world. I've proved that on the biggest stages. There's only one stage I haven't done it yet on, and that is at WrestleMania. Gunther, our match at WrestleMania will be none other than an Extreme Rules match. You may not believe this, but I can get very extreme when I want to be. I've done it to Jon Moxley. Ask how he felt after our Lights Out match on Dynamite back in the day. And I'll stop at nothing to end you and keep this title over my shoulder. So watch out, Gunther, because you're about to experience the one-winged angel followed from a V-trigger. And you'll understand why I'm the elite one. I'm the best bout machine. Coming up next, Dusty and Goldust. Or Goldusty. Come together, father and son, against two members of the Shield. The world's champion, Jon Moxley, and Seth freaking Rollins. Rollins and Moxley are also 2/3 of the World Trios champions, so Moxley is going to be a busy guy at WrestleMania, but he's up to the challenge. He's the kind of guy that would be. Roman, of course, will be not far behind them. So watch out, Dusty and Goldust. Dusty will challenge Jon Moxley for the World's Championship. It sounds like we will not be able to have Batista at the event. Batista was assaulted earlier today by the NWO. And there's doubts that he'll be cleared in time for WrestleMania, which starts tomorrow night. And I don't think Batista's going to get cleared. So as of now, it's Dusty one-on-one, how he wanted it to be in the first place, against Jon Moxley at WrestleMania for the World's Championship. Dusty had the most improbable win in CWF to date, winning the Rumble at 2. Number 2. No one has ever done that in the history of CWF to this point. We've had about 7 different Rumbles. Dusty's the only one to do it from that position. No one else. Everyone else has been above a 20. Kazuchika Okada won at 20. Rhea Ripley won in the 20s. Etc., etc. Dusty's the only one to do it this way. And it was an incredible run. And he's hoping it continues. And I hope it does. And here come the Shield, the World Trios Champions, and Jon Moxley, the CWF World's Champion. They have been incredibly dominant since coming together via trade, with Seth Rollins coming from Ring of Honor to SmackDown for Kurt Angle and Eddie Guerrero, which worked out for Ring of Honor, to be fair. But obviously worked out a lot better for Seth freaking Rollins. And it'll be Rollins and Moxley getting the call tonight for the tag match. Cody Rhodes will be the main event after this against the brother of The Undertaker, Kane. Kane visiting us from Ring of Honor tonight to take care of Cody for his brother ahead of WrestleMania. Well, they will battle in a Hell in a Cell after weeks of being tormented by The Undertaker, us not knowing who it was the whole time, It forced Cody to snap, break up with his family, put the blame game on the Judgment Day and on Dusty and on Kane. And here we are. A fully broken Cody. His psyche never the same. As Dusty and Goldust have had to abandon their own flesh and blood. And Dusty said, my boy had did it to himself. I didn't have a choice. And I can only hope he can find his way back. And Moxley starting strong here against Dusty. The last time Moxley looked a little exposed was when Jay White took him on one-on-one, but Moxley did end up getting the big victory, which helped him claim the championship in the first place. So even when Moxley looks a little rough, he will get you back in the follow-up match. But since then, he's really rolled and come to his own, is arriving on SmackDown after over a year of being ostracized for his failures. Roman distracting the ref there. A headbutt by Dusty doesn't matter, as Dusty will make him pay for it regardless. But Rollins with that speed advantage going for it here. Goldust helping his dad, and that will continue on. Moxley and Dusty still the main two in this match. Rollins did have a brief run there. It's been mostly Dusty in this match, though Goldust has not been able to get involved. Moxley and Rollins have done a good job keeping Dusty away from Goldust. Finally tags in his son, and Moxley's ready. Oh, good dodge there. Moxley takes out that big clothesline. Again, Moxley, he is wrestling with some confidence. He's exuding that confidence. But he's backing it up as he does it. And, you know, it's hard not to go along with it because he's definitely refined his game, gotten a lot better since we first saw him here in CWF. Again, that tremendous miscalculation that led to him being quickly eliminated for the Chamber last season. In season 2. Actually, I think it was 1, so he's been gone for a while. Nobody touched him last season. Nobody wanted to sign him. The fact that he's working with Seth Rollins is kind of dubious to me because Rollins is the one that put him out for over a year. Out of full-time wrestling action from a major company. Dusty has Moxie. No, Mox just pushes him off, not letting him get those 10 punches in the corner. That backbreaker, no. Dusty gets out of that one. Good back and forth here between these guys. And now he's starting to roll against the champ. Dusty has to keep momentum on his side against the champion, but Roman Reigns distracting Dusty, giving Moxley the opening. And now the Shield will work together. As he tags on Rollins, the double team here. Double shoulder tackles. And now Rollins goes to work. The dangerous Shield. Rollins to the top. Missing. Oh, good job by Dusty running into the ring post to affect Rollins' movement there, causing Rollins to fall down. Rollins does get him back in that corner though. Goldust. Oh, taken down by Rollins, and now both the Rhodes family members are on the outside. I don't know why I'm having a hard time right now. Moxley going. No, sidestep by Dusty. Mox couldn't get that crossbody to the outside. The Tope Suicida no go here. Oh, stiff shot. No, nice counter by Moxley there on that clothesline. Into the pin. Dusty thought he had it. Goldust saves the match. It'll continue on for a little longer. Mox thinks he pretty much has him dead to rights here. Dusty's still fighting though out of that corner. Goldust. Neck breaker on Moxley there. Goldust trying to weaken Moxley for his father at WrestleMania. Good enziguri. That's like the side of your foot hitting this person's face. Goldust is a very unique athlete. Probably the most unique of his family. The 7 count, both men will break it. Moxley has Goldust down. And once again, Moxley waiting for Dusty to come in. Those finger guns pointed right at him. Dusty counters with that arm wringer. But jawbreaker by Moxley. Mox. Counted by Dusty again. Dusty using that size and tosses Mox to neutral to his corner, but Mox will still get Rollins, and here comes Goldust. Now it's Goldust and Rollins. Bulldog by Goldust. Rollins counters with a pedigree into the pin. Kick out by Goldust. That was a good 2 count. Emphatic 2. As Goldust was up pretty quickly from that. Stomp by Rollins. Down goes Goldust. Dusty coming in and breaks up the pin. That looked bad. Didn't look good at all. Stomp on Dusty this time. And down goes Goldust. If Dusty gets hurt here, that'll be back-to-back Rumble competitors that can miss WrestleMania due to injury. The risk you take competing in these matches. But Goldust staying in this for the pin. Moxley just watching. Kick out by Rollins. Must have been confident that Seth was going to keep that going, huh? Dusty working over Rollins now. Has him in a seated position. Rollins pedigrees Goldust into the pin. But Dusty saves his son and the match. Dusty looking for that bionic elbow to finish off Rollins, but Rollins stops him. Rollins. Back elbow on Rollins. Dusty has him down. Dusty has him down. Moxley saves the match. That was a good 2. That could have gone a lot worse. Good double team by the Rhodes family. But Rollins right back up. Stomp on Goldust. But Dusty's still there to stop it. Another wasted stop by Seth Rollins. But Moxley, oh no. Measuring him. Oh! Missing that knee strike. Goldust the takedown. He was going to go with that finish off knee. While staring right at Dusty. May have cost him. And here we go. That snap by Goldust. Typical of that family. Curtain call. Hits it. Seth breaks it up. Goldust measuring. Missing the tumbleweed. But gets the bulldog of Moxley anyway. Sidewalk slam by Moxley. That spinning sidewalk slam. Tagging in Rollins. Goldust in danger here. Takedown by Rollins into the super kick to the chest. Not the super kick this time. They have a new targeted area they want to go for. Drop kick by Rollins. Down goes Dusty. What a great tag team matchup here. As it could go either way still. Moxley countering. Taking out Goldust. What's he doing? Dusty trying to stop him from doing it. Can't quite stop him. As Moxley just takes him apart here. Dusty working Mox over. Oh, what a clothesline by Moxley! Moxley takes it down. That could be it. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. He took out Goldust with that fist. Go for the paradigm shift. Countered by Dusty. Elbow by Dusty. Into the pin. Oh, kick broken up by Seth. Oh, no, no. Bionic elbow. John's down. Seth can't help. Oh, kick out by Moxley. Are you kidding? Kick out by Moxley. Goldust comes in. Mox was not going to let Dusty get the win over the champion at any means necessary. Cutter by Mox. He's down. Tagging in Seth freaking Rollins. Rollins. Oh, takes out Goldust there. Goldust has a plan here. Was playing a little possum on Rollins. Rollins might got caught here. Did he get caught? No! Kick out. Didn't get caught. No, get back in. I'm trying to save this from getting injuries here. Get back in. Double team now. Goldust fighting off Rollins. Rollins with the stomp. Moxley getting fed up. Going after Goldust. Going after Goldust. He's getting fed up here. Reigns distracting Dusty. It's broken down as the Shield go to work. Goldust just getting hounded on the outside. Oh, no. Goldust. Oh, what are you going to do? Don't do it, Mox. Don't do it. Oh, my God. Oh, paradigm shift on the outside. Oh, my God. It has become a mugging. An absolute mugging. Rope break. Oh, my God. And somehow Goldust is up, but at what cost to his body? Oh, God! Needed the side of the head of Dusty and another pin. Goldust cannot legally help his father. And that's it. The Shield get the win. They decided we're going to beat the shit out of these guys. And the Shield have the momentum on their side. This might be too much for Dusty to overcome. As Rollins and Moxley and Reigns decide they are going to end this. Reigns distracted the ref, allowing Moxley to completely pick apart Goldust. That gave Rollins the opening he needed to go a viciousness, to show his vicious side against Dusty. An absolute savage beatdown towards the end of that match. Coming up next, the main event time. Cody Rhodes, without his family, now has to face the Undertaker's family, the brother, Kane, the big red machine, who's coming from Ring of Honor here tonight to show Cody what it's like to mess with the Undertaker. Homelander Cody, hoping to continue to take his aggression out on Kane tonight. This is our main event for SmackDown Shorter Show tonight, as they're all about progressing their stories into the WrestleMania, which starts tomorrow night. Monster Kane. He's going to help his brother do his bidding tonight. After tormenting Cody for months. After not seeing him since Rest in Peace, since before Rest in Peace. A show that Undertaker wasn't even on, even though it was kind of dedicated to him. The name of it was in his honor. But we hadn't seen him. He's been gone. Cody right away, just going to go right to it, try to take him out, and not have to deal with it. But Kane, you're not going to beat him that easily. He knows Kane. He grew up around guys like Kane. He must know it wouldn't be that easy. Cody continuing to put the pressure on Kane. Drop kick by Cody. Cody is just in killer mode right now. He hasn't got the wins he needed yet. As mentally, honestly, it hasn't helped him. Whatever he's doing to himself has not helped him at all to this point. And I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know if it's going to at all. Cody is still just dominating Kane right now. Kane might be near the end already. Cody doing everything he can to obliterate Kane ahead. Showing an example of what was to come against The Undertaker in that Hell in the Cell. Cody dodges into a crossroads. Kane is done. This is a statement match. This is a statement entirely to The Undertaker. Almost had him kicked out by Kane. He never beats them on the first one. We know Cody by now. Kick out by Cody. Kane is starting to roll now. Exactly what Cody didn't want is for Kane to get in this. He needed to get that emphatic victory. Cody now going for the figure four. has Kane in it. But Kane, once again, rolling out. Just avoiding anything Cody's giving him. Kane lost his chance to main event WrestleMania due to an injury last season. He's here for a statement against Cody. Cody's at least getting his match at WrestleMania. Kane's not even booked. Sidewalk slam on Cody. And Kane's about to finish him off. Choke slam by Kane incoming. Cody done for here. Bam! Straight to hell. Cody's down. 1, 2. Kick up by Cody Rhodes. But Kane is going to do it one more time. Oh no. It might be worse. Go for the tombstone pile driver. Cody gets out of it though. And reverse DDT by Cody to avoid it. Cody measuring Kane, waiting for him. To the outside. Down goes Kane. Kane counters Cody. And now, once again, fighting on the outside. Kane coming back in. Cody takes him right back out again. And the count continues. Smart move by Cody. Force Kane to rush back into that count. But Kane's just taking his time. Cody crashes into him again. Got a little impatient. And that's where Kane can come up with a plan here and take advantage. Playing to Cody's eagerness and overconfidence and rushing to things. His anger, but a crossroads will likely finish the match here. Gets it. 1, 2, 3. Cody Rhodes gets the win. He needed that personally and deeply, and he got it. Great work from Cody Rhodes. And now, we have one more thing to say for SmackDown. Cody looking fatigued after his battle with the Big Red Machine. He looks around as the crowd drowns him with jeers and boos. They're all around him. And suddenly, the lights, they go out. This is not fade to black. The show isn't over. The crowd cheers in anticipation. The loud gong, a familiar gong, echoes throughout the arena. The sound of thunder can be heard. And finally, the sound of the evil laughter can be heard as well. The lights go up. The crowd roars in shock. It's The Undertaker! He's standing behind Cody! Wearing his classic Ministry of Darkness attire by the looks of it. The Ministry of Darkness attire, that was really cool stuff. Oh, God, rolling his eyes, the back of his head. Cody turns around. He's met with the hand of the dead grasping his throat. And he is choke slammed down by The Undertaker. He then looks over at the WrestleMania sign. And before the lights go out once more, the sound of a gong can be heard. The lights go up. Undertaker's gone. And Cody is in a heap on the mat. And now, SmackDown fades to black. Incredible stuff. The Undertaker with the mind games continues. But when we come back, a later version of Ring of Honor, the last weekly show of the entire season. Ring of Honor is going to close us out tonight. This season, not the original plan, but it's okay. It's totally fine. I had to rig something up, but it worked out. It's going to work out fine. I'm not too worried about it. So, let's go. We'll be right back, guys. And I hope you stay with us. If you haven't come in yet, don't worry. This will be up on the Twitch for a while before I transfer it to YouTube eventually, probably in the new year. Once we get through all the Season 1 stuff, we'll get through Season 2. We're reposting old CWF content as well as some new content as Dan and I record for you on the Screwjob Effect YouTube. We're also going to be doing more wrestling content with some other guests. Yeti and Zod will likely be part of that. Ken Pachi will join us. Dev will join us as well at some point as we discuss the best of 2024. But we'll be right back as we go set up Ring of Honor.
If I could write you a song and make you fall in love, I would already have you up under my arm. I used to follow my tricks. I hope that you like this, but you probably won't. You think you're cooler than me. You got designer shades just to hide your face, and you wear them around like you're cooler than me. And you never say hey, yo, remember my name, and it's probably 'cause you think you're cooler than me. Got your highbrow shoes on your feet, and you wear them around like it ain't shit. But you don't know the way that you look when your steps make that much noise. Shh, I got you all figured out. You need everyone's eyes just to feel seen behind your makeup. Nobody knows who you even are. Who do you think that you are? If I could write you a song and make you fall in love, I would already have you up under my arm. I used to follow my tricks. I hope that you like this, but you probably won't. You think you're cooler than me. You got designer shades just to hide your face, and you wear them around like you're cooler than me. And you never say hey, oh, remember my name, and it's probably 'cause you think you're cooler than me. You got your highbrow switching your walk, and you don't even look when you pass by. But you don't know the way that you look when your steps make that much noise. Shh, I got you all figured out. You need everyone's eyes just to feel seen behind your makeup. Nobody knows who you even are. Who do you think that you are? 'Cause it's your scene, like a no doubt. We all see, you got your head in the clouds. If I could write you a song and make you fall in love, I would already have you up under my arm. I used to follow my tricks. I hope that you like this, but you probably won't. You think you're cooler than me. You got designer shades just to hide your face, and you wear them around like you're cooler than me. And you never say hey, oh, remember my name, and it's probably 'cause you think you're cooler than me.
from the ancient tunnels underneath the ground. From the mountain hole you can hear the sound. Come and join the party till the day is gone. It's the sound of freedom, it's a dwarven song. From the ancient tunnels underneath the ground. From the mountain hole you can hear the sound. Come and join the party till the day is gone. It's the sound of freedom, it's the great beast underground. Rejoice! Swing with me. Raise your beacon, raise your voice. Sing with me. Down and down into the deep. Who knows what will find beneath? Diamonds, rubies, gold and more. Hidden in the mountain's floor. Born underground, sucker from a teen of stone. Raised in the dark, the safety of our mountain home. Skin made of iron, steel in our bones. To dig and dig makes us free. Come on, brother, sing with me. I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Digging, digging hole. Digging, digging hole. I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Digging, digging hole. Digging a hole. The sunlight will not reach this low. Dig in the mine, never seen the blue moon glow. First one flies so high, feel a glass and down from me. Stop your bellies at the feast, stumble home and fall asleep, dreaming in a mountain deep. Born underground, grown inside a rocky womb. The earth is a cradle, the mountain shall become our tomb. Face us on the battlefield, you will meet your doom. We do not fear who lies beneath, we can never dig too deep. I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Digging, digging hole.
I don't want to interrupt. I don't want to interrupt this song. So. All right, we're back. No more diggy diggy hole. It's time for two friends to fight tonight for the first time one-on-one. There'll be non-title Nebby Soup taking on Devilmancer. This is a preview of what they're going to do at Stand and Deliver for the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. Nebby Soup, the unlikely two-time Ring of Honor champion. Devil says, I appreciate you, and I think you're great, but it's a fluke that you're a champion twice. Nebby said, I'll prove it tonight. One-on-one against Devilmancer for the first time ever. Here we go. Nebby versus Devil. If Devil wins, obviously gives her momentum for the championship. Nebby wants her next defense to be against her friend, to prove that she can do it. The Ring of Honor Women's Champion, Nebby Soup. This tag team hoping to keep their friendship intact after all this. But Devil's never won a championship. And Nebby has. And Devil's been going at it a little bit longer and feels like she's been kind of cheated here. Devil, Nebby, locking horns. Devil says, I'm going to have to unfortunately put my friend down tonight. And I'll have to do it again at Stand and Deliver for the championship, as I am the one that deserves that title. But if Nebby wins here, you can't say she's a fluke again. You know, she did win 2 multi-women's matches to win those titles, but her first defense the first time was against Becky Lynch, to be fair. And Becky Lynch is a tough person to have as your first defense. Devil is definitely more at Nebby's level, despite what Devil wants to believe. Becky Lynch will be at Stand and Deliver as well, though, facing Jordynne Grace. Non-title action. Jordynne Grace is just going to be in a dream match series against Becky Lynch. She said one of her first matches she's ever wanted, one of her first big matches she's ever won in her career was against Becky Lynch. And she's going to get it. Becky Lynch is an icon in today's women's wrestling, and, you know, this is a good way to get her involved in the show this year. Nebby flying all around. Devil into the pin. Could shock everyone here. Kick out at 1. Devil had control at the beginning of this match. But Nebby continues to just up the pressure. Flying around. Hasn't had too many singles matches. That's the thing, too. Nebby hasn't had very many singles matches, whereas Devil's had quite a few before. Oh! But Nebby really showing an arsenal she hasn't been able to showcase too much in singles matches. Devil countering that. But Devil with that dragon sleeper. Slay the dragon. But Nebby knows it well and slips out of it despite her size. Nebby has a lot to prove here. It's been mostly Devil in terms of just dishing out punishment. She is fast, but it might not be enough. Good rolling thunder there by Nebby. DDT on that counter. Now Nebby's starting to roll. But Devil counters right back. Good strike. Oh! Devil missing that forearm smash as Nebby steps aside. Nebby throws her back in. And is Zhao contemplating what she's going to do next. Devil tries to go after her, but doesn't go for the dive. Knows she won't be able to hit it. But she kind of baits Nebby a little bit in the match. Oh, boot to the face. Into the pin. Nebby could be knocked out from that boot. Kick out by Nebby. Close, though. It was very close. Oh! Devil pulling out all of the moves she can here. Just flipping Soup on that one. And she beats Nebby Soup. And the Devil just nods yes. We could be looking at the next Ring of Honor Women's Champion. She has to do that again and Stand and Deliver. Solid matchup between these two. Good opening matchup between them. But coming up next, a rivalry that has continued to be dangerous if you are in the wrong place at the wrong time. Abyss has had his mind warped by the Wyatt family, but Raven has come back to assist Abyss despite their differences earlier in the season. Raven has come back to bring the flock back together so they could take out the Wyatt family. And tonight, Raven with Harper and Rowan will take on Gacy, Howdy, and Dexter Loomis, who was newly added towards the last couple of weeks to continue to mess with Abyss. Sorry, it's been a long week already. I still have more to come. Tomorrow we will do night 1 of WrestleMania. And what do we got for night 1? Well, let's take a look. Chyna versus Rhea Ripley will open up the night tomorrow for the Women's World Championship. We have a multi-women battle royal from Raw. We have CM Punk versus Hulk Hogan for the AEW Championship. The Rock versus Shawn Michaels for the U.S. Championship. The 8-man Gold Rush Challenge, Swerve, Shamrock, Stone Cold, Triple H, Eddie Guerrero, and Umaga have been confirmed. ECW has yet to confirm, but they will tonight. Baszler and DeVille defend the Tag Team Championships against Alexa Bliss and Rosemary. They're in singles action tonight in the respective against the respective opponents. MJF defending the World X Championship against Luchasaurus and Dolph Ziggler. Joe Hendry will he finally make Chef Mike believe in an Iron Survivor match for not only the Intercontinental Championship, but if Chef Mike loses, he has to say he believes in Joe Hendry and recite the song while wearing a wig and wearing a We Believe Joe Hendry t-shirt. There's also going to be Lexus King, Logan Paul, and Eddie Kingston defending the ROH 6-man championship in a Falls Count Anywhere against Pentagon, Muta, and Guerrero. We're going to see that match previewed tonight in non-title action to see how it goes. Gunther versus Kenny Omega, as announced tonight, will be Extreme Rules for the SmackDown Championship in the rubber match. It'll be 4v4 Anarchy. Ripley, Hale, Belair, and Mod Supreme take on the Final Cut. Britt Baker, Tony Storm, Awesome Kong, and Tessa Blanchard. And in the main event of WrestleMania Night 1, Edge and Christian defend the World Tag Team Championships against Team Winning, the winners of the Tag Team World Cup. That is your Night 1 card. There's a few matches there that have yet to been 100% solidified, but they will be announced soon enough. In fact, I got 2 ECWs right here, because we're missing the 2 ECW ones on that night. Where the fuck is it? There it is. ECW TV Championship, Ultimate Warrior, Jay White, Adam Cole, and Ric Flair in a 4-way elimination match. And the Clash of Titans match, Andre the Giant, Ridge Holland, and The Miz. I don't know which... I don't know if The Miz counts in that, but okay. And here we go. A preview of what's to come at WrestleMania between these teams. It was supposed to be a 4v4, but it sounds like there was an incident earlier tonight where Grayson Waller, after he announced that he was going to be a part of the team, decided to attack Santos Escobar, taking him out entirely, possibly for a very long time. So leaving this a 3-on-3 instead of Waller was told to stay in the back before being escorted out of the building. But it looks like Waller at least will join the boys next season. That's his hope. Where's Theory going to go? I don't know. I don't know if they even know if they'll stay together or not. Six-man action as these teams hate each other quite a bit. Do 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 do. You know, I don't know where they thought playing with Abyss's mind was going to get him. I mean, now it's become a bigger issue you know. Now that Raven's getting involved, Grayson Waller's getting involved, a lot more people, a lot more lives are being affected by the mind games of the family, the Wyatt family. And now Raven has brought together the flock to mitigate, or at least try to, against this team. Kick out as as Luke Harper almost had Joe Gacy there. Gacy's the one who's been taking a lot of the flack here, but I will state that last week Abyss won a handicap match without Dexter Lumis even getting involved. It was Lumis's first match of the season. He chose not even to participate, really. So I will state that Dexter Lumis did nothing to help his team last week. Will he be able to help them this time? I don't know. Right now he's getting punished by Eric Rowan as Howdy and Gacy are looking to take out Harper. A distracted Raven on the other side. Gacy has Rowan down. Ref counting. Raven couldn't quite count it, but was kick out at 1. Ref took way too much time. Once again, we see that a lot where the ref takes too much time to make a count. And it happened there again. The ground and pound now affecting Luke Harper. Uncle Howdy trying to take out Rowan so he can't make it to Mania. If any of these guys get hurt, I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll see if they can make it at all, because they will fight against each other. On night 2, Harper, Rowan, and Raven, Howdy, Gacy, and Lumis. It'll be a Hell in a Cell version. There'll actually be 2 Hell in a Cell matches, because you're also going to see Cody Rhodes and Undertaker. We're also going to see a Monsters Ball match. Abyss defends the championship against Bray Wyatt. And then we're going to see Owen Hart versus Bret Hart, the brothers, broken up. LA Knight versus Macho Man in a Slim Jim SmackDown. Jordan Grace defending her championship. The Divine Women's Championship against Nia Jax. And so much more to come. As WrestleMania Night 2 looks to be an intense one. That choke by Howdy, but Harper staying alive, missing that discus lariat as Gacy ducks it and avoids getting hit by it. And again, couldn't quite hit it as Harper. Belly to belly by Raven. Discus lariat on Dexter Lumis. Harper finally gets it. Raven will pick up Lumis. They're picking on him now. The Wyatt family hasn't had much momentum against this team. Broke it up. Look at that double breakup attempt as Howdy was thrown on top. Electric chair on Lumis. Down he goes. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Gacy pretty much in alone. Howdy trying to help. Big boot on Gacy. Howdy breaking it up and saving the match, but barely. Face smash by Raven there. That sleeper choke by Loomis on Harper. Getting out of it barely. Rowan helps him out, tossing Loomis across the ring. What a match this has become. A submission on Rowan by Howdy. And they can't help him. Loomis distracting him. But Rowan surviving. Throat punch on Rowan. Gacy the pin. And Gacy gets the win for his team for the first time in forever. Gacy gets the pin. And momentum back on their side this time. Gacy, Loomis, and Howdy are hoping that's a sign of what's to come at WrestleMania for the 6-man championship. Or not for the 6-man championship, just to destroy another team. That could lead to a title, though, afterwards. Coming up next, the first of 2 women's one-on-one matches between these 2 fighting teams. Sonya Deville versus Alexa Bliss. One-on-one here tonight. Alexa Bliss, one of the most accomplished CWF women's athletes here. But Sonya Deville has had some decent runs as a tag team competitor. But she's hoping to translate that in a singles match against Alexa tonight. It will be Deville and Baszler versus Bliss and Rosemary. The Blissful Death Dolls back together to take on Deville and Baszler. But before then, let's see how this goes. Goddamn Diggy Diggy Hole is always stuck in my head. For God's sakes, it's always in my head. Just sitting there. Ugh. With that doll, I don't know why she carries it around still, but she does. I don't question Alexa Bliss too much. Especially when I'm going to have to work with her again next season. I've probably spent more time with her than anybody in terms of GMs, so it's myself or Dev that probably spent a lot of time with Alexa Bliss. That's why I never doubt her. Or question the fact that she's carrying a doll around. And right off the bat, Alexa just vicious. Those quick little shots to Sonya Deville, that slap for disrespect. That's the kind of stuff that Alexa does and does well against her opponents. That's the mind games that she can play. That she's good at doing. Good takedown by Bliss. It's been all her in the early going here. Deville looking to quickly back up, though. Oh, a Surf Fetched? I'm going to have to get a Surf Fetched. Armbar and Bliss. Bliss fighting out of it, though, and has DeVille off the ropes here. Bliss doing everything she can to just completely destroy DeVille. Oh, God, the throat. Just hitting that bottom rope. And now Bliss, those double knees. She does that really well, those double knee strikes. But DeVille countering. DeVille has to use that actual wrestling ability, the MMA background, against Bliss. Because Bliss doesn't know it too much other than a brief time with Ronda. Into that choke now. Rear naked choke by Sonya. But Bliss rolls out of it. Couldn't quite get the pin on it, but she does roll out. DeVille, the waist lock, went good. Counter by Bliss into a pin. Rolling pin. Kick out. Reversed by DeVille. Kick out again. We're almost at the end of our final week here, guys. Thank you for a fantastic season. And we're going to be taking a break from wrestling after WrestleMania for a little bit, for a few weeks, other than a live recording with Dan. Other than that, we have nothing set and ready to go until December. So we'll see you guys then. We may or may not have another thing where we talk about the year-end review as well. But we're probably going to wait till after Survivor Series for the year-end review. Because at that point, we're only worried about World's End. And at that point, I don't think anything is going to beat what's happened. But who knows? Either way, I want it done so I can have it posted before the new year. So. Alexa wearing down DeVille some more here. These two very good teams for the women's division here on Ring of Honor. They've said they're going to look for a refresh on that division. So new teams and new faces will come. But these two teams will be the ones that will remain here as far as I know. But things could change. Alexa has DeVille on the outside. She's going to go after instead of just waiting for the count. Drop kick to the outside. Picture perfect by Bliss. And Little Miss Bliss is rolling. But DeVille, as you hear to the chagrin of the crowd, she's gotten herself back in. Beats the count, though. Look at that. Bliss with that DDT. Good counter. And she almost had her kick out. At 2 and a bit. That was super close. And the crowd liked it. Bliss go to the top. Measuring DeVille. Surprised she didn't go for Twisted Bliss here. Drop kick again. We're at the small of DeVille's back. DeVille, the good tackle there to kind of break up momentum of Alexa and get some space if she can. Eye of DeVille. I don't know if that's what she calls it or not. Into the pin, but she almost has Alexa here. Kick out at 2 by Alexa. After this, we'll have Shayna Baszler versus Rosemary to continue this feud. Bliss dropping those knees again. Like I said, she's really good at those knee strikes. Just continuing to punish her with them. Into the pin. And she gets her. Those devastating knee strikes by Little Miss Bliss. 5 pounds of fury. 5 pounds. 5 feet of fury. She's basically 5 pounds. She's not very big. Anyways, coming up next, Shayna Baszler versus Rosemary. The Blissful Death Dolls looking to continue the role. If Rosemary gets a win here tonight, they'll have all the momentum on their side, going for the tag team championships at WrestleMania. But Baszler is a scarier, much more dangerous threat than Deville. So we'll see. It's any woman's match. After this, we got our main event and our last match of the weekly shows of the season. 6-man match. Muta, Guerrero, and Pentagon Jr. against the boys. Lexis King, Logan Paul, and Eddie Kingston. We still are not sure how Eddie Kingston's relations ended up in this. There's a rumor that if it wasn't for Logan Paul, Eddie Kingston would still be on the streets begging for food, begging for cash, and living in his car. And he heard that Eddie Kingston sold his wrestling boots to keep his career alive. He reached out, and Kingston admitted that he was the only one that did that. It feels like he owes Logan Paul. That's just like a story we've heard. We can't confirm that is the actual story or not, but that is the story floating around right now. So Kingston obviously joining this boys club to help out Logan Paul as a jester to pay his debts. Right now, Rosemary's getting punished by Shayna Baszler, though, on the other hand, with the action in the ring here. But Rosemary is a 2-time Ring of Honor Women's Champion this season, so she could definitely pull out of nowhere in these kind of matches. But I don't think she's gotten Baszler one-on-one before, so. In the pin on Baszler. And I'm getting reports that Escobar will not be returning. He's done for the remainder of the season, which is the rest of this week. And that's it. Escobar's career in ROH might have just come to an unfortunate end at the hands of Grayson Waller and Eddie Kingston. Waller announcing he's joining the boys after he assaulted Santos Escobar, which made this a 6-man instead of an 8-man match. After Waller got escorted out of the building for what he did. And obviously I can't condone that, but there's not much I can do about it. I wasn't here when it happened. It happened earlier this morning, and when they were setting up the arena, we already had technical difficulties that delayed the show until now. They had to be the later show instead of the earlier show tonight. So Ring of Honor was already going through a rough time. They were just going to let it. They had no choice but to kind of let it go for now. But it's good that Dev checked in on Escobar. Kick up by Rosemary as Baszler continues to put all the pressure on her. Baszler on the top, waiting for Rosemary, measuring here. Big strike! Oh, double axe handle. Nice sidestep by Rosemary, getting that gut punch in. But Baszler, oh no. Coquina clutch on Rosemary by Baszler. She may have knocked her out. But Baszler knows the bigger match is the tag team match. She's going to punish Rosemary into the pin after almost breaking her arm. Kick up by Rosemary. Again, Baszler's smart. She knows the bigger match is at Mania. So she's just going to hurt Rosemary in the meantime. Win or loss. Oh, God, that strike off the apron. And Rosemary looking worse for wear the longer this goes. But Rosemary fighting on. She has Baszler. Throws her back in the ring. Down goes Baszler. Rosemary with the pin. Kick out by Baszler. And just like that, Rosemary puts herself back in this match. You never count out Rosemary. Rosemary at the top. Frog splash on Baszler. Into the pin. And she gets it. Rosemary and Alexa with a clean sweep on Baszler. That's exactly why you don't count out Rosemary. Baszler got cocky, allowed Rosemary to get back in this, and that was what she needed to win. The most experienced of the four ladies in ring wise, and that shows it right there. Now, final match of the season. Before going to WrestleMania, the final match of our weekly shows of Season 3. A fantastic week. Logan Paul, Lexis King, Eddie Kingston versus Pentagon, Muta, and Guerrero. A preview of the ROH 6-Man Championship at WrestleMania. Let's go. One last time. What the? What the? What the? I didn't even see the alert. This came out of nowhere. I will see you at WrestleMania, Hendry. I am tired of you. Can't wait to squash that man. Ugh. Tomorrow night, Hendry, I'll see you then. Night 1 of Mania season. Night 1 of WrestleMania. I gotta see you then. I'm so ready. God damn it, Peanut. God damn it. How you doing, Peanut? That the Gallows fit? It might be. You know, Kingston just borrowing Luke Gallows' outfit. He's getting a lot more money these days. You know, joining Logan Paul and Lexis King has become a lucrative enterprise for Eddie Kingston. Including winning the 6-man championships with Logan Paul and Lexis King as the boys. We saw Grayson Waller. Well, we heard about Grayson Waller assaulting Santos Escobar, taking him out. And I guess Waller's joining the boys as well. But for now, it's 3-on-3 instead of 4v4. And then we'll meet again one more time at WrestleMania 2 for the 6-man championship. If the game lets you. There we go. And it's Pentagon, Muta, and Eddie Guerrero. 3 guys that were scorned by Logan Paul this season. No, not that kind of boys. Although it depends how you want to do it with Logan Paul, but no. No, more like a frat boys club. That's kind of what they are, from what I could tell. And Kingston's, I guess, kind of like their drunk uncle. You know, like I said, Kingston said that Logan Paul is the one that gave him money to get him back on his feet, and he believes he owes Logan Paul. So he joins up with him. But no, I should try to get those boys though, Peter. I think it'd be really funny. I don't know if anyone would use them, but I think it'd be funny as like a jobber team. I know I would use Dalton Castle personally. But our GMs have to like want they get to request stars, and we'll see. I had some requests for season 4, but none are Dalton Castle, unfortunately. Where is my sheet for that actually? Let's see, who do I have? It might be... I don't want to tease too much, you know. Oh, see, there you go. There you go. It's a shame the boys that they had, one of the pairs they had before were kind of released. But, you know... It happens in wrestling, man. We know it as fans. It just happens. That's, you know, that'd be a fun gig, you know? It's like viewers might not always like it, but like being part of like the Rosebuds or the No Way Jose Conga line, if you're like a wrestler and that's your introduction to like the big leagues, That's a pretty fun way to get introduced, you know? Your first taste of television. There's definitely worse debuts to have. But yeah, some of the people that will be a part of season 4 that have been teased a little bit. We saw Hammerstone. He'll make a full-time debut, hopefully, into season 4. Earlier we saw Jamie Hayter. She'll be joining as well. She'll be returning. She's been gone for a bit. She'll be back in the thick of things. Rookie up-and-comer Camille Brickhouse. She'll be coming along for the ride, hopefully, as well. So these are some of the names that we will see in season 4 as a part of the free agent pools to replace some of the wrestlers that will be released this season. Kevin Kelly, the Ring of Honor guy. I believe it's Kevin Kelly. Wrongful termination. I mean, look, I don't know. It seems like there was a big miscommunication. When it comes to the boys, it seems like there was a big miscommunication thing. But, you know, at the same time, what's the boss supposed to do? In his mind, they didn't show up. In their mind, someone told them not to. You know, obviously, maybe they were wrongfully terminated, but when one boss is telling the other boss a different story, it's hard to know for sure when you're in charge of things. And obviously, it must not have been the first time, because I doubt they would do it on the first offense. But who knows? Vince McMahon's been known to do that kind of shit. If you offend him once, you're out. So who knows? But I feel like they may have had issues before. We don't know the whole story of things, obviously. And we probably won't with lawyers involved now. Kevin Kelly. That one's weird. I don't really know why they decided not to keep Kevin Kelly. I think it's because at the time they still had Paul White and Mark Henry, Ian Riccaboni, you know, Excalibur, all these commentators involved in the company. Nigel McGuinness came in too, and they probably just didn't need Kevin Kelly, but they should just released him if that was the case. I don't know. That's the thing, right? I feel like it would if they were fired, they must have done it more than once. They must be not telling the full story of things. I'm not saying I don't believe them. I'm just saying there's obviously a missing link. Because like you said, Peanut, he's not super strict. Which he actually should be more strict. But he hasn't been. He's proven he's not. Excalibur is pretty good. He had to grow into his role quite a bit. But I think putting him with guys like Taz and Shivani and JR that are super experienced, Excalibur got a lot better with those guys around him. Is he the best play-by-play in wrestling? No, but he's definitely learned to grow into his role, and he has his own touch to it. I personally think he's better than the guys at NXT right now. I'm not a fan of Booker T's work, especially personally. I like him as a wrestler. I don't like him as a commentator. I don't like the NXT guys. But on the other hand, Corey Graves has done a good job when he's called upon. Michael Cole post Vince McMahon has done a lot better. Wade Barrett's pretty good. I don't mind Joe Tessitore, but I still think Excalibur's probably better than Tessitore. But no one is like egregiously bad these days, which I think is a really cool thing. So. See, yeah, that's where it's tricky, right? That's where it's tricky with Kevin Kelly. He was good too. Him and Nigel McGuinness as a team was really good. There's obviously something we're missing there too. And maybe we'll know about it later on. I don't know. Frog Splash by Guerrero on Logan Paul. This is a final matchup on the weekly shows. Then, like I said, WrestleMania tomorrow, guys. It should be a lot of fun. Because it's going to kick off with a mega match. China, Rhea Ripley, Women's World Championship. It's going to start us off. Tap out, Lasso from El Paso. He taps out Logan Paul. Is that a sign of things to come at WrestleMania? There's a rumor speculating there'll be a fourth member of this team. With Santos out, Pentagon made a call to a brother of his to join next season, but we'll see what happens as roster cuts are a real thing. And I've heard rumors that Muda is not happy with his position in Ring of Honor, and he could be on his way out. So that brother could be coming in to replace him, and that'd be a good spot for him. But thank you guys. That is it for the weekly shows. Great shows as usual. I announced last night, I should say, that we have our winner of the season. Monday Night Raw. Yeti and Zod won the GM conditions. There were several conditions. You had to get the majority to win. Raw won. They did a really good job. Second place was AEW. They had 2 of the conditions. Raw had 3 or 4 of the conditions. They did a very good job as well. But every show did everything they could to do well. Next season will be some tweaks onto that to make it more interesting. And we'll see. Is the Shockmaster joining the roster? I don't know, Peanut. I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt it. I have a list here of guys eventually coming into the roster. Some of them have not been seen before, but that's all I could do. That's all I could tell you. That's a quick little flash for some of the GMs, by the way, because those guys are prizes. So there you go. Pretty sure I spelled that wrong. I know what you mean, though, the gobbledygooker. I could get Hector Guerrero if you want. I think it was Hector Guerrero under that. Who was unfortunately more famous for that than he is for his fantastic TNA Spanish announce teaming tenure. Apparently he was very good in that role, but that's unfortunately the Guerrero that didn't make it out of his family's shadow. And then you got Aiden English, who married into that family. Good for him. So Eddie Guerrero's daughter is supposed to be has actually been getting back into the ring on the independent scene, but she's got a bunch of things going on. She's got a bunch of projects going on, so might see her come back too. She's still only in her early 30s. She's still pretty young. Like, why not? Who knows? But yes, thank you guys for coming up. Thank you, Peanut, for scaring me again with Joe Hendry. I hope to kill him tomorrow, and that'll be the end of him. Not actually, though, but you know, I'm gonna beat him anyway. It's fine. But yes, thank you guys for coming out. I will see you guys tomorrow for the beginning of WrestleMania Night 1 of action. And like I said, it's gonna start off with China versus Rhea Ripley. No, you know what, Peanut? That's perfectly okay. You know, that's good. All of our GMs are, and I'm hoping. Obviously, we'll talk about it at some point. I want to talk to you personally, but I want to have a rotating cast of GMs that'll come in and out every season or two that'll compete against each other for roster supremacy and for fresh, and to keep storylines and stuff fresh, because we like to do storylines and stuff like that too. Writing promos, or give me some things to work on and I work with, and I can use that. You work together or on your own, whatever. And it helps keep the product fresh, which is good. So yeah. But yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. I ran down the list of that list. We'll see. You don't own that ball, apparently. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. And be sure to be there for WrestleMania. I'm hoping to have a commentary with me. We'll see. But who knows? Anyways, have a good night.